again with the continuation of the Water Shoe, a magazine, and starring Walter L. Robinson. That's me, your host and curator. So today, or this session, now this is, we said H-I, well this is J, and the main reason we are saying these letters is so we can refer to this again, so we can, if we have to refer, we'll just say, you know, we're going back to J or A or B or whatever it is, so we can get some kind of reference, because this is continuous material, and it, you know, it piles up as we go along, and so we can go to more specific areas of whatever. On with the work. Now, in the previous session, we talked about, well, we've always been talking about Leonardo da Vinci. That's in our pre-Columbian portions. And now we're moving into some of our newer portions. Sir Isaac Newton, Benjamin Franklin, Herman Hobbs. This is the Brigadier General out of the Civil War. And we talked about Lincoln and his patents and his association with water shoes through some of his backyard inventors. The backyard inventors was once a month, you know, he had inventors and tinklers and shysters and all kind of people that showed him stuff that will slow the war down, will reduce the war, will minimize the war, will shorten the war through inventions and other creative ideas, better ideas. And through some of this we talked about, you know, the 6-shooter came out of this, and better gunpowder, drier gunpowder, and a lot of other inventions, the teletype and all this, moving troops with trains and all this, and a lot of other things came out of this. He was also shown the water shoe, and we mentioned all that. Now, Sir Isaac Newton, of course, and Benjamin Franklin, we talked about that. Herman Hobbs. And we're going to keep on with some of this more post Christopher Columbus era, and we're going to move into a little bit of stuff. Now, some things you may not know, we'll bring it up, and of course a lot of this stuff no one has ever heard of, and it's weird. We talk to a lot of university professors in America, doctorate degrees in history. We talk to guys that have degrees in anthropology, Asian anthropology. Never heard of water shoes, and it's not so strange, because a lot of stuff is a little bit out of the mainstream. But when we talk about Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, and other famous people, Benjamin Franklin, embracing this material, then we expect it to be a little more in the forefront, especially when they use water shoes on the lakes in New York, and that's the Central Park, the main park there, Central Park in New York, on the lake, the little lake there in the park, walking around on water shoes on a nice summer day. And it was picked up by the New York Post at that time, and this is 1920 something, before the stock market crash. But for some reason this material got lost, and we are seeing, and I think it's somewhat regrettable, but we are seeing that the National Science Foundation is saying that water shoes don't work, they've never worked, and they can't work. and they seem to make a joke out of it through their liaison, the programs they have on television, like the Mythbusters, and they have other child programs on television, other science programs on television that kind of skirt this material, you know, to the background. For what reason, I don't know. But we're going to look at some other contemporary water walkers to include myself, you know, later on in this